Silicon Valley Bank has collapsed and federal regulators have taken control.
Try and thin any sort of contagion effect.
Impacting tech startups, leaving customers in limbo.
Raising concerns about the broader economy.
If we hadn't been driving our economy with easy money and then trying to really quickly undo that, we wouldn't be having these problems now.
The inside story of an age of easy money.
Every financial function had failed, and we had to restore them.
Do you think it was a radical policy?
I most certainly did think it was a radical policy.
The Fed inject money into the economy, fueled by recent government stimulus programs.
And an uncertain future.
Pain for American families.
It's not just that we're getting more calls, it's that the folks who are calling us are in greater distress.
Correspondent James Jacoby investigates.
How remote is the possibility that there could be much higher unemployment in the next couple of years?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's remote.
Now on Frontline.
It really is difficult to overstate how important this story is and how much it matters.
I don't know if I can safely say that we're at the bottom because of what we're looking back at, this age of easy money.
Good evening, everybody. Let me pull this chat up real quick. Boom. Criminals monitoring criminals. Good evening, everybody. Let's see who's in here. I'm going to say hey to some people. Obviously, you know what we're going to be talking tonight. We got a lot of things to talk about, but that's one of them. All right, I'm going to say hey to some people. Dufresne, good evening. Hammer, Javi's in the house. Benjamin, Foo Dog, Michael, Derek A, Kryptonian, Ben Israel. Owning the Float, what's going on? Floyd, Yuka, for Richard, Robert. No censoring tonight, man. You guys know this channel. I'm not censoring. The only thing I ask is, listen, I understand everyone's going to have a different take on what's going on. Just respect each other's opinions. I'll put up both sides of the argument if I get them. Jason, good evening. RB, Jimmy G, Robert Flanagan. Brian, good evening. 24 the money. Let's just have a civil conversation tonight. And let's talk about, what we can prove and what we can count on happening in the next, 4 weeks. Because if we get on here tonight and everyone's just arguing, and if you're not in AMC anymore, then and you want to tell us that, that's fine. But, there's no need to flood the chat with negativity. That's all. So no censorship. Where did I stop here? Just another pothead. Good evening. Justice for all. G Immortal. Ryan, guys, how's the audio? Mass was just down on an iced coffee. All right, we got 65 people in chat. I know it's late, but I want to see what everyone was thinking. I know some people are happy. I think that AMC, what they're doing right now, and Adam Aron, is what any CEO will be doing if any freaking company. There's just no way you're getting around that. And while I think that what's going on right now, especially with the banks, makes our situation interesting, which it does, right? I don't know if that's directly going to lead to any type of MOAS or anything like that. It is interesting, though. And especially right now, where if we are going somewhere that's worse, if we do have more room to dive with this economy, the market, if the dollar continues to tank, if they continue to have the petrodollar become, something that they can get around when trading commodities globally, It's going to be a very tumultuous situation that we're going to be in. I don't like any of this. That's for sure. And, you know, I wasn't happy about doing a reverse split and all that, but the economy is completely changed right now. And we have to deal with what we can see, you know, the facts right now, which are that we're a recovery play that's trying to do better. And, you know, if you don't have faith in the CEO and the company and you hate the movies and popcorn and all that, you know, you can get out of this. You can get out of the stock. I don't think anyone's going to force anyone to stay in. But for me now, this has become about principles. All right, let's see. I'm going to put up some comments so we can start talking and get what everyone's feeling here tonight. Thank you guys all for coming in. If you remember to hit the like button on the way in, that's awesome. Let me say hey to some more people. Diaz, I see. Trevor, good evening. I got Food Dog. Table Rock Guy, good evening. What's good, Diaz? Free Kekistan, how you doing tonight? All right, Free Kek, you're up first. You are up first. I think at minimum, if we get 10x, seems like people would wait instead of selling this low. Yeah, right? Agreed. I don't know how much more pain there is in the market for AMC in particular, especially if the fundamentals are going to start improving rapidly in 2023. And so if it ends up becoming a long-term hold because, you know, look, I'm sick of them being able to manipulate the market, but until there is regulation change, we are kind of stuck with the rules that we have and the people that are in charge. I hate seeing all this go down like this, though. Credit Suisse. Oh, boy. Tally Foreman, good evening. Christian Princess says, what a mess. What a mess, and I don't want to see at a loss. Just aggravates me. Yep. Yeah, I don't want to take a hit right now either. Alan, good evening. Andrew, good evening. Feed Jake. Art Lopez, Gilly G. Art Lopez, I got RB. Yes. Candace Morrison, good evening. G Immortal says, Mass, the darkest hour is always before the dawn. Yeah, we're definitely headed for a big time correction, I think. And I'm just really hoping if this is some type of, you know, controlled demolition of our economy, I just want to get it over with. Like, if this really is just a way to implement CBDC, which everybody I know says that's crazy, that would never happen, or there's just no way. I don't know. To me, it seems like what happens if a bunch of banks continue to collapse and the government has to step in and then bigger banks have to come in and buy out the smaller banks, right? So now we have BlackRock and a couple other large, you know, monopolies that are holding all of the wealth. They can regulate currency, and that they're already working hand in hand. The government is already working with the corporate sector, right? They can push it real hard with banking, with CBDC. And then that gets them their in. And I know it sounds nuts, but if you believe in what the elites are talking about, that's what they want to do. It's what they want to do. So Art says, can you comment on the Marine video? Can you comment? Art, I don't know which Marine video you're speaking of, man. You have to be a little more specific. Savvy, how you doing tonight? Floyd says we need to contact all of our elected officials. Yeah. They can't. This is gonna encourage so much riskiness. So anyone from anywhere can deposit any amount of money and we'll back it no matter what happens. That sounds like a terrible idea. RB saying Wells Fargo is in trouble now. Yeah, Floyd, we seriously, I mean, when is enough? We're going to keep bailing out everyone every time they make a bad financial decision. They make risky bets. They decide to spend their, money on bad policies and people who aren't qualified for the positions they're working in. I mean, these are not good business practices. They're terrible. How are you supposed to be profitable? But I don't want to see people get hurt, and I don't want to see the banks get wiped out, because we need small banking, I think. That's the only way to keep from decentralizing everything, is to have some small banking. If they go, think about who's going to own all of the monetary wealth of this country. It's going to be in the hands of a couple banks. They can do what they like. And the Clutch says, love your content. I know it's limited with your new job. It's still always on point. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, all you guys. Christian Princess says, OKC, Oklahoma. Glenn Beck is saying we're headed for a Venezuela collapse. Oh, boy. I hope not, Christian Princess. Venezuela is an ugly place right now. I don't want to see us get there. I think we're headed for a very, very difficult time. And here's what I would say. And let's put it with AMC and the rest of the market. With AMC, right now, if you can't put your money at risk, don't take the risk, because it could get very crazy out there. Only invest what you can afford to invest. And, we all should have been doing that from the jump, but especially now. Don't put yourself in a position where your back's up against the wall. Make sure you give yourself some breathing room. And if you have to wait a little while, this may take a little longer, you can buy back in, right? Annie T, how you doing tonight? Old Doge, what's up? What's up? Feed Jake says, I work in the trucking industry and freight is really slow right now. Drivers having a hard time finding loads. Yeah, and I've heard that at a lot of the ports in China, the shipping containers are empty, sitting there on the docks in the shipyards. I'll tell you right now, just from the couple weeks that I've been working in retail, it is slow. Very slow. So slow that Mass pulled off a no-call, no-show today. By accident. I actually worked yesterday and wasn't supposed to. And they didn't say anything to me. They didn't say like, hey, Mass, you're not on the schedule tonight, just so you know. No one said anything, so I worked the entire shift, what I would have normally worked, left. And this morning, they're like, where are you? I'm like, guys, I worked yesterday. They're like, no, you're not on the schedule for yesterday. You're on today. I'm like, no. Dana? Pool says CBDC is the end of a free economy. We thought flat is bad. Now just wait. Modern monetary theory checkmate. Yuka says, Mass, all the banks are going to say they need help. I know. And so what happens? Then everyone, so then the federal government has to step in. Scott K says, I am somewhat of a bank myself. Well, I can give you some information for bank. Right into my rainy day fund. Gmoto says, Lou, jump out of Ape and AMC and into AMC. He needs to jump off a building. Sense of Consent says, they will do it, and the majority of people will demand it. They will make it the only logical course. I know. Isn't that scary, though? On top of everything else that's going on right now between, censorship and, I mean, they are really trying to put the clamp down on us. Christ. I've never seen anything like this before. Jerry says, Backyard Boogie, what's up? The corporate sector owns most of the government. The elites are behind it. You will own nothing and like it. I mean, they came out and said it, not me. Jerry, those are their words, right? Those aren't our words. So much so that they had to take it down when it was referenced that was on their front page of their website. They went and took it down. Christian Princess says it's all biblical. I heard a crazy story today, Christian Princess. The craziest story I've ever heard. It was a pretty wild theory, but about the Bible. Chris Berry says, dude, this has to happen, but reject the CBDC. It's the mark of the beast. Yeah, Ryan. And we're not even talking about that, right? We're not even discussing the war that we are hyper funding right now. So inflation's out of control. Interest rates are at historic, on a rise right now at historic pace. And we're funding another government for a proxy war, which they're losing, by the way. We're crushing the middle class and the lower class in Europe at the same time, blowing up pipelines, destroying the environment. These are the people that are worried about climate change. They has had the biggest release of methane gas in history. Give me a break. You don't mean that. Andrew says 1 point for censored content and Yuka. I should start giving points out. Art Lopez says Mike the Marine Entertainment. Yeah, I know who Mike is, man. I was just down in DC with him a couple, 6 weeks ago. I've watched a lot of his videos. If you want me to, I don't know. I haven't watched anything probably this week, so I probably don't know which video you're talking about. Chris says the Great Reset between Klaus and Nisara Gassara. Yuka says they're going to fire you, Mass. Probably. It's probably my last day. They probably would, but so far, the two guys that got hired with me have already not come back in. So I don't think they can afford to do that right now, even though it's slow. And I can't believe that the rate that they're paying right now to start, and they can't find people. I mean, they have someone standing out at the front with a sign and a table to try to sign them up to get a job. I thought unemployment was like, I don't know. Kenneth B says, Mass, come to New York. I got work for you. This thing's slowing down on me. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to close this. I don't like any of So Harlow Hodlington says, who is your internet provider? SVP. Yuka says, Master, giving them money with very little requirements. Yeah, Yuka. Yep. It's basically incentive, right? Jamie says we should have all sold 100 on Monday. Old Dodge, maybe we can claim we're a bank and collect our attendees. I know. It's really unfortunate that these systems are in place are failing on an epic level. Epic level. Where is the SEC? Has anyone seen Gary Gensler? How can Janet Yellen possibly be doing her job as Treasury Secretary when she's constantly in front of Congress testifying? How is she getting any work done? Chris says, hey, Boston Hat, do you not see me or do I intimidate you? I don't know how big you are, Chris. That would all depend. If you were bigger than me, maybe. Fulana says, oh, just got the notification now. I know. It was weird. My last video got Something crazy. Like 38% of the people who clicked on the video watched it. It only got 1,500 views with a 40% hit rate. Andrew says people are going to take this to the streets. Yeah, because you know why, Andrew? Because I think that the media is losing the narrative that we all need to fight each other. People are figuring out that the fight is not amongst your neighbor, right? It's against the oligarchy. It's not your neighbor you got to worry about. I mean, does this country have issues? Yeah, of course. Every country does. No one is perfect. We all have our problems, but right now, all we have is each other. As far as class warfare goes, we need to get our heads together. Andrew says, I am the walrus. Brian says, what worries me is these criminals are operating in broad daylight and not hiding anymore. Yeah, this is right out in the open. The risky investments, the moves that they're making, the illegal practices they're using in the market, payment for order flow, using shareholder in the crocs. None of it should be happening. We should know 100% on short positions. We should have every bit of information, just like you would in a courtroom. Talking about the greatest financial sector in the world, right? Speaking of which, that Moody's just downgraded the entire banking sector in the United States. Has that ever happened before in the history of mankind? I don't know. That makes me a little worried. I mean, they didn't even do that for, I don't think, 9/11 or anything before in history. I don't think they've ever done that. Never. Downgraded a whole sector like that. What's up, Tony De Niro? I see Tony D in the chat. How you doing, Ty T? Tina says, Matt, let's hold hands and watch the world burn together. I'll bring the AMC popcorn. All right, sounds good, kid. I'm down. Scott says, I hold because I'm in the red. I don't lose till I sell. Yeah, Scott, that's 100%, man. You cannot lose on this play unless you sell. What is going to happen in the future? I mean, look at Credit Suisse. So right now, I think anything is possible. This reverse split could be very interesting. But you guys know how it goes. Looking back, how many times have you been promised some date that nothing has happened? So we're not gonna do that, right? But we can talk about the possibilities of using that money to raise more money, and who knows what that could turn into. If they can pay off an enormous amount of debt at a deep discount, whatever, and that's really what they should be doing with it, right? Right now, get rid of the debt. I don't know if that puts enough scare into the shorts. I don't know. Maybe in this market it does. Maybe it didn't because everyone was so flush with cash back in 2021. It didn't matter. So maybe this time around, if we get the right conditions for a squeeze, we all the way through. Because they can't. They don't have the money. I don't know. I mean, the banks are like roaches. They can survive anything, right? Corn Pop was a bad dude, says Scott. That is for sure. For sure. Savvy says there's no way they'll raise rates now. Get ready for 10% inflation. I know, Savvy. I know. No, I think they're still going to raise by a quarter. I think they still will raise next, what is it? Next 2 weeks, right? It's coming up. They got to raise it a quarter. They got to. Inflation is still super hot right now. They can't afford not to. That is the problem we are in right now. We can't continue to raise interest hikes, and we can't continue to raise interest rates without hurting the banking system. This is bad monetary policy by the Fed. Printing money. Just like printing shares. Andrew says, no joke, shit keeps happening with this stock, and people are going to grab the pitchforks. For sure. For sure. I wish we could find someone that could get into Congress for us to get some legislation. I wish there was someone we could nominate to do that. I think that's really important that we attempt to do that. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying like they're going to get out of the market after this, but I mean, you know, I don't think the market's really unless it crashes into oblivion and through the floor. Market's going to be around for a while, right? RB says, maybe I should just write Jay Powell and tell him his interest rates are killing me and he will write me a fat check too. Boss Buns keeps saying we're going to be so effing rich. I'd like to understand how. Christian Princess, I haven't seen one of Boss's lives in a while. I mean, is he basically basing it off the reverse split and raising a bunch of money and chasing away the shorts? What is he basing that off of? Chris Berry says, do I feel the elections are secure? Chris, no. Not according to the documentary I watched last year on HBO called, I think it was called Kill Switch. They went and did an investigation into the voting machines across the country and showed that they were easily hacked. That you could get right online with them, just pulling up an internet signal off the street. There's all kinds of stuff. Someone in this chat has always said, it doesn't matter who votes, it's who counts the votes. And if you watch that documentary, that line will stick in your mind. It will. Tony says, I'm about to crack a bottle of Redemption Rye and listen in. All right, T. I knew you couldn't get down tonight because you know there's going to be no ads on this video. So I didn't want to hold you back. I said I better go solo tonight because I know T likes to listen. He don't mind listening, chatting, but hey, Bless, how you doing tonight? Yeah, it's good to be streaming. It's good to be streaming. Good to be streaming. Thomas B, what's going on tonight? Food Dog. Rex Raw 12 says rigged. Let me get the name of that documentary before, in case you guys want to watch it. And you guys, you really should. Kill Chain. The Cyber War on America's Elections is the name of it. See if I can pop a picture up for you guys. Wow, Jesus Christ. Where the hell is my ad source on here? Oh, this is my chat. Hold on. Nope. There we go. Should pop up for you guys. It's not? Okay. Never mind. No, this is not. Getting back to the chat. Say hey to some people. Evolve Radio, what's good, buddy? How you doing tonight? I just lost the signal and everything. Oh, shut the f. I had to refresh that. Sorry, guys. I was losing all my signal. I get the chat back up. Apologies. Sorry about that. There we go. Got it. There we go. Okay. I'm putting this in the chat for you guys. That's it right there. Kill chain. Kid Skip, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you too. Good to see you. How you doing tonight? Got some OGs in the chat tonight. I love it. I love it. Richie Luther King says, leave the U.S. and travel a little bit. Where am I going? And stop caring about silly American politics. I can't, man. I wish I could leave. And, you know, I think if I don't see signs of things getting better in the next 12 months, I would consider it. But right now, I feel like there's going to be a fight coming. So I can't run now, right? Is that a bad thing to say? I really do. James Harris says, just got home. I missed the good stuff. Not yet. I'm just getting ramped up, bro. I'm just talking crazy right now. Travis says, 24 the money. GME had like 2,200 buys to like 110 sells on Fidelity Daily, all buying, basically zero selling. Oh, yeah. So we were talking about that before I got clipped from you guys. How we might have more pain coming because, you know, I thought it was interesting in that clip from Frontline, the woman saying, I don't know if we have farther to go because of where we've come from. You know, this quantitative easing probably should have stopped a long time ago. They just really went wild. And the party is over. The party is over. For sure. Christian Princess says, do you really think it's better in another country? No. No. But at least if I'm somewhere else, Christian Princess, no one will bother me. I'll find somewhere to go where I can escape. If I can't be part of the solution here, I don't want to be a part of the failure. That may sound like shit, but Old Doge, have a good night. Thank you, man. Vin Cool says 1 for 1, then the split, guys. Richie says all it takes is a passport. The cost of living is cheap. Oh my God, yeah. I mean, the things you can do in Thailand or Indonesia for the amount of money that I'm paying here for something, I'd have to be sick in the head not to move. Especially if they're going to continue to censor speech and all that kind of stuff. I'm not, that's not the country I grew up in. And maybe that sounds political, but I care about where we live. You know, I care about this place a lot. Paper Tiger, by the way, I meant to tell you, Paper Tiger, I was supposed to get this morning an early early and answer questions and comments, and I didn't. I saw your comment to me the other day about AA. I know exactly what you're doing, bro. Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing. I know. Yep. Yeah, I know. That's why I tried to do that live stream the next night saying, technically he doesn't really care too much about a lot of things. He's just the CEO of AMC, and think what you want, but he's doing what he can to help his company survive. And I hate to be the breaker of truth, but that's what every CEO is doing right now, fighting to stay alive. Look at the economy right now. I mean, look at what they're doing to, smaller places or places that are already in trouble right now. They're digging them purposely into debt further and further. I know exactly what the point of your video was, man. 100%. I'm on point with you. I knew exactly. You were just putting it out there and to tell what he was saying. I don't think that he used any language that was out of the ordinary. I'll be honest. I really didn't hear anything that was jaw-dropping. I mean, do I want him to be concerned about what's going on in the market with his company? Yes. Can he change things? Probably not. Would 10 million people or 1 million people in DC change things? Maybe. Adam Aron's not going to change them. No, we got to change it. It's not on AMC to fix the market. That's on us. Censored content says 15-minute cities next step, and everyone will be segregated into classes officially by where you are allowed to live and work. Yeah, I don't want to live in a place like that, right? I love the diversity of this country. It's what makes it so awesome. Anywhere else you go in the world, it's not going to be anything like this. And the overall chance of you, if you put in the hard work and give it all you have, the chance of you succeeding past the next person are pretty good. You got a pretty good shot. I've seen people of every race, color, creed, religion go to the top. I've seen a lot of people fall from the top. Anyone can do something but you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. I mean, right now, seeing everything that's going on in the economy right now has driven me to go to a job in a place where I'm trying to see where I can get the best bang for my dollar right now. And those having that ability to get a discount on stock of a company like that's a huge advantage right now in this market. Especially if you're thinking about a company that has good fundamentals, right? I mean, Home Depot, they make money. There's a bonus check every quarter for employees. They don't mess around. So when I was asking Tony the other night, Tony, if you had the chance to take 20% of your income and put it into a guaranteed or one specific stock at a 15% discount on a company that you believed in, would you do that, or would you risk throwing into the market on some day trade? Now, T is a much better technical trader than I am, especially with options, and so he could probably do better. For me right now, I'm trying to think of a safe way, somewhere safe to put my money. RB says he should be worried about his stock price and how his investors are feeling about investing in his stock. I think he does. I mean, he addresses the investors on almost a daily basis. He's been on like a world tour now or a nationwide tour with investors for, I don't know, over about a year since like Spider-Man. I think he's trying to hear what people are saying at least. He's giving them more airtime than anyone else, any other CEO out there, that's for sure. And what other play are you going to get into right now that has the backing of a company like AMC does? with a giant community of people right now who are invested in the stock. What other stock can you believe in like that as far as the retail end of it? Talking about a stock that's like $3 a share right now. Chris says Agenda 2030 is in full swing. Yeah, they're up to something, that's for sure. James says gold and silver. Jeffrey Rocha, what's up tonight? Kaylin de Locos. Hold on. Travis says, I'm not trying to start anything here, bro. What's up with you, Tony Moran? Morantz is on point. I feel like he's being blacklisted. He's speaking truce. Blacklisted by who? Who's he being blacklisted by? What's up with you, Tony and Morantz? Morantz is on point, and I feel like he's being by me and Tony. No, I don't think Morantz likes me and Tony. Yeah, I'm definitely not blacklisting anybody. I asked, I think when they made the announcement of GME doing a split, asked him if he wanted to come on the channel and talk about it. And he said no. He said, no, I don't, something about I'm an AMC loyalist. I don't believe in GME, even though I own GME. But for some reason, he thought I didn't. And he said he didn't want to come on. So I'm not blacklisting anybody. He's welcome on here anytime he wants. Code Red for Life says GTII. Thomas B, thank you, buddy. Says I will gladly run for office and be y'all's voice in Washington. Think about running for state representative soon. Thomas B, if you run for state representative, I will back you 100% here. We can get your campaign started right here. We need to get someone down into Congress. Getting a retail investor in there would be a huge, huge advantage. At least it would get the door open and get things started. Travis, nothing but love back at you, man. It's all good. I appreciate you coming by, man. I appreciate all you guys coming by and hanging out. Juicy got you crazy, says bye-bye banks. Juicy, you want to see the banks go? I don't want to see the banks go. I was saying earlier, I'm nervous that they'll get scooped up by some of these larger banks, and that will be the way to Trojan horse in CBDC. We need small banks, I think. Chris, I am not. No, sir. No. No, I don't know what's in that stuff. I see Kiwi Girl in the chat. Hey, Kiwi Girl. How you doing tonight? TD. See, TD has no problem with Morantz either. But I don't interact with people who base their channel on personal. Yeah. That's a good answer too, T. Yuka says, I've blacklisted a few YouTubers. You have, Yuka? By the way, Yuka, I was serious tonight. If people, if you're modding tonight or any of my mods, you know, as long as people aren't like bashing, if they got an opinion on the vote that's different, at least give them a chance to put the comment up. I know you guys are all good at that. The Goov says, longtime holder from January 2021 from Swansea, Mass. Really regret not selling during the national squeeze. Join the club, bro. In June 2021, I was worried about taxes because Trey stressed that we would get hit with capital gains. Yeah. I remember that. 1796 Patriot says, Morantz doesn't even like himself. Are you kidding? He likes himself. Michelle says, BBBY tomorrow, question mark. Michelle, I am up to my ears in AMC and the banks right now. If I was trying to follow another ticker, I'd blow my head off. It was easier when we were making money back in 2021, early 2022. Right now, Forget it. Why would I want to put a bunch of my capital at risk right now to get swiped, get the rug pulled on me? I'm all set. No, Chris, I'm not vaccinated, man. No, I don't know what's in it. Why would I ever put something I have no idea what it is or what it does in my body, ever? Unless it's through a straw. That's a different story, but I'm not getting a jab. Bankers run the world says you get AMC Panda says just like CSGO. Trey says, good evening, everyone. Who is holding AMC after reverse split? I will probably be holding Trey. At least I said, and I've said for a little bit now that I'll be holding until after the Q2 earnings come out. I might be too late by then, but we might have squeezed by then. I don't know. But I want to see how the next 2 quarters are money-wise for the theater. I gotta see how revenue is I gotta see revenue start to beat out the amount of debt we're accumulating. RB says Morantz is just too negative for me. Is he still pretty negative, or is he I thought he kind of lightened up recently. Alan says I'd rather a bank collapse than a run in inflation. Yeah, I just don't want to see them all collapse, Alan, and it seems like that's the road that's like the possibility that we're facing right now. I don't want to see a run on the banks like that. I don't want to spread mass panic. Ted's Vintage Bicycle says, how many people feel like they got played? Who do you blame, Ted? I'm just curious. Played by who? Who played you? Juicy Guy Crazy says, I don't love community banks. Real Rugged, how you doing tonight? Alan says he feels played, Ted. Alan does. Alan says, I have a couple YOLO calls on BBBY at 150. I hope you get them, Alan. What is a normal price for AMC once the debt is gone and profitable? So, Vin, that's all going to depend, right? We're going to have a different size float at that time. Guys, let me know if I'm coming in loud and clear and the video is not glitching. Fucking bitch. I gotta refresh. Yep. All right. Hopefully this is better. We better? Hamid, what's going on, man? Andrew says mass headroom. I switched over to dial-up. Hopefully this will be better. And of course, I can't go by and see any of the old chat. Okay, this is better. Hopefully I can keep this, hold this. I'm just not going to touch, nobody touch nothing. What movie is that from? Aliens. Nobody touch nothing. Diaz says credit card is at an all-time. Diaz, there's a million things right now that we've never seen before. Bubbles upon bubbles upon bubbles. I have no idea what is going to happen if all of the big funds out there that have been shorted in, what kind of thing could set off a run. It's so volatile right now. There's so much uncertainty. Can I just keep in a little longer? Can I risk for a little longer to try to score, right? Again, the community behind the stock, I have a lot of faith in. A lot of smart people in this play. I think a lot of the work that has been done up to this point was legit. Now, yeah, there was a lot of clickbait bullshit, but a lot of it is true. We know the kind of foolishness that's going on right now. 1796 Patriot says, not tiny bubbles either. Huge bubbles. Right. Right. Yep. Yep. Huge bubbles. We've never seen anything like this before. And you guys know, you guys have been subscribed to me for a while. We've been talking about this. We've been talking about the Great Reset. We've been talking about the fourth turning, the economic cycles that we go through, right? The social cycles that we go through. We've been talking about this for almost 2 years now. Next month will be 2 years I've had this channel up. We've been talking about all this stuff. Christian Princess said, people are holding through it. A lot of commentaries I see, they're not giving up. Yeah, agreed. Until I start to see, it overwhelmingly become negative or overwhelmingly, like if Q1's numbers come back and they're horrible, that changes things for me, right? If we don't get better in Q1 of this year, then I got to look at this play differently. Maybe I can't afford to tie my money up in the hopes of something going on and causing a short squeeze, right? But I mean, you guys who have been following this channel for a while also know that we haven't been talking about dates on this channel, and we haven't been talking about catalysts on this channel, really. We've kind of just reacted to news, right? We've picked through DD from time to time. We've talked about, specific dates as far as earnings go and that kind of stuff. But on this channel, we haven't talked about, May 4th or May 5th or June 3rd, or we've never said that we're squeezing here. We've always just said, like, look, this is a constantly changing play, and you either adapt and survive, or you leave. Or you can just stick your shares to the side and leave them alone until you set an alert when we hit digits again. That's always an option too, right? But you don't have to stress yourself out doing a live stream all day with, someone showing you TA on drive you batty. That's not how the stock market's supposed to work. Let's be watching a chart minute. It's crazy. Give yourself a heart attack. I don't know how some of you guys made it through June 3rd. And we had like $5 candles. Bone says, why wasn't Coors part of the lawsuit? I have no idea, man. Coors is independently wealthy right now. He's not worrying himself about any lawsuits. He made $500,000 in super chats in 2021. He's good. I wouldn't worry about Bone. I wouldn't worry about Coors. Only 32 likes? We had 200 people in here. How we only have 32 likes, Tammy? We have 200 people in the chat right now. PM Righteous says, I was up $372,000 AMC today, $23,000. I'm devastated for buying the narrative. PM Righteous. Whose narrative did we buy? Or are we getting sold out by the people who are supposed to be making sure that the market is working correctly and that everyone is abiding by the rules? So is it your own fault for buying the narrative? Do you not believe that the hedge funds are involved in all these things? Because they are, my friend. 100%. Don't be fooled into thinking that they aren't screwing with things and doing these things to suppress prices and price action on meme stocks. I mean, we've seen the blatant manipulation that's been going on. And on top of that, you have this entity, the Federal Reserve, inflating the economy with $5.5 trillion over the last 2 years. And of course, things are going to blow up, right? Of course, you're going to have bubbles. So I don't know if you should blame yourself so much as we should be blaming the people we put in charge to, keep this thing legit. And it hasn't been for a while. And no one really knew about it until retail came along and exposed it. There's a reason why Citadel didn't make a tweet in a year after they had Robinhood shut off the buy button. There's a reason why that happened. That's why, for me, this has become more about principles. Like, yeah, I want to make money off AMC, of course, just like everybody else. Originally, I wanted to mow ass and make tons of money. I mean, I understood that there could be repercussions and that $100,000 a share was out of the question. That was one of the first things that made me decide to start a channel in the first place, was seeing those videos come out. People talking about those crazy numbers. And this is a long time in the works. I mean, buying what narrative, You don't believe that there's felonious activities going on? That we need to put the fucking kibosh on? Because we've let them run roughshod for 12 years now. More. And that's a sucky number to be down, bro. I mean, that is just... And look, we're all down. We all had... In June of 2021, all of our brokerage accounts looked amazing, right? So everyone here probably, or most of us who have been holding since then, we're all down the same amount. What narrative we buy? There are indicators right now that still prove that AMC is being fucked with. Mike says pothead. Right on, Mike. James says, I get 30%, I'm out. See ya and goodbye at 30 after reverse split. I'm there. All right, James. Travis says, I absolutely hope it works out for everyone. This vote did hurt a lot of people. Oh, for sure. And I realize that. I know that. I know this vote hurt a lot of people. It's not helping me, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, I know it did. And I said last night in my video, I pray everyone gets made whole after this. that maybe this is the catalyst we've been waiting for. Maybe this, right? Who knows how this could line up, that the, you know, plans could line up perfectly. And it was just, we had to wait 2 years for it to happen. I don't know. I can't tell you guys that. No one can tell you guys that. Nobody can tell you guys that. Chris, I'm not saying we have to save AMC right now. Definitely not. I'm trying to save my portfolio. And by saving AMC and keeping them breathing, which I don't want retail being used as life support for the theater industry. That's not what I'm saying, right? But I do want to keep them relative, and for all of us who are invested, you know, I want to see them do well. I want to see them get it together. I mean, the announcement of something like a dividend, if we were able to pay off the debt, that would scare the shit out of the shorts. Censored Content says, it only goes till Q3 this year. There is no Q4, so just hold on till then, folks. There's no Q4. Where's Q4 going? Andrew says 3 million in fanny pack sales. Does anybody really have a MacHorse fanny pack? Jeremiah Buck says, I'm still holding, but fuck AA, but fuck Gary Gensler, and fuck Fanny Boy. Okay. Fanny Boy. Sorry, I keep disappearing on you guys. My fault. I'm not going anywhere. It's the page keeps reloading. My apologies. I should be back now. My mistake. Zigzag Frast COD says, what about all the shares that was sold on the day of the boat? I'm not sure, man, what you're speaking of specifically. Diaz says, if we are bag holders, AA is the king of bag holders. He owns 8.3 million shares. Yep. That is true. Fact, right? Now, AA got compensated pretty well last year. Like, let's not say that AA didn't make himself some money, but he did do some hustling last year. Zigzag, oh, vote. There's millions of shares sold every day, man. There's millions of shares sold back and forth, right? Between day traders and institutions. In order to get a short squeeze, we need a bunch of different things to happen at the same time. If we are bag holders, AA is the king. Oh, yeah, I read that, Diaz. I got that. The Goove says, I remember when it was about putting pressure on the shorts, but buying and holding, not selling, popcorn sitting on the shelves and molding. So the Goove, it definitely was, right? The problem was, again, where was the money going at that time, right? We were putting money because there was no to put it at the time market. It was super inflating everything, right? And we did put pressure on the shorts. That's what caused that gamma squeeze to happen back in June. Ever since then, we've been getting dragged through the mud. Then we got the ape dividend, and they crushed that, right? People came out, said it was worthless. It got stomped on, and it left Adam Aron really... I mean, what is his choice right now? Sell more apes at 60 cents? Because we don't have $5 billion for sure coming in at the end of Q1 for revenue. Travis says the whole board sold out. They are holding the minimum amount. The whole board sold out. Travis, I think, board member selling stock, I don't think is that crazy of a thing. I mean, that's just part of the financial sector, right? With board members, C-suite people get options, stock options, and they sell them as part of it, and that's how they get part of their salary, right? Like, I understand that's part of the game. It's been that way for a long time. That's... I don't know what I just hit on my keyboard. My God, I feel so bad. Sorry, guys. My bad. My bad. This is terrible. What kind of production quality? Trash. I'm sorry. I don't know what button I just hit on my keyboard. Prometheus says, Tony De Niro, several people have looked into the sale of 48 million shares a day, and that was traded in total. That day was 42 million. Oh, Zigzag says that's what I'm talking about. I'm guessing that was the deal between AMC and Antara. No, 1796 page just hit. I slammed my hand down on the keyboard and I hit something. I have no idea. It's not. Sell button? No, I don't have a sell button. I don't have one. Not until at least we get to 84.32. Doomslayer says the squeeze is dead. Okay, Doomslayer. Yeah, I mean, Antara, they did each other a favor, right? AA needed some money. I don't, that last earnings call wasn't that great. Let's not forget. They kind of needed to raise that money, right? And at least be able to come to retail and say, hey, we paid off almost 400 million in debt with the ape shares. Hindsight, he should have sold them when they were $10 a piece. I get it. I understand, guys. I know it sucks. But where, it is what it is now. I mean, that's a while ago. We can't still be harping on that. Hamid says I called AMC today and they told me to please hold. That's a good one, buddy. I like that. Oh, Tony, you're talking about how that was hidden through a block trade? Alex says, I don't know why people think AA cares about his shares. He could care less with the money they gave him to buy his loyalty. I don't think anyone's going to be passing up. He's got, what, 8 million shares? I mean, you don't want to just throw away $25 million. I think he definitely cares about a little bit. I would be. He's got kids, right, that he's trying to create generational wealth for. I'm sure they already have it by now. Look, I don't think he doesn't want to see the company and do well. I don't think he doesn't believe that improving the company and saving it is a worthy cause. Do I think he still has some loyalty to people outside of retail investors? Yeah, probably. I'm sure he does. Do I think he's trying to prevent the short squeeze? No, I don't think so. I don't know how that would benefit him. I mean, yeah, he doesn't want to piss off the people he might have to look to for money from later. But based off the assumption that things are going to start getting better for AMC, they got a lot of work to do in order to become profitable again, to even start talking about dividend or anything like that. But how long can you hold? And do you think is your money at risk right now? Alex says, I think if he did, he'd be a little more transparent and not say things to divide retail. You mean like stating the things, Alex, that he has to do to keep the company afloat? Because that's what he's doing, right? He's saying, look, guys, Ape got hammered. People came out like fucking Meet Kevin, that dumbass, and Wrench and all those, people that said Ape was worthless. And they sucked the life out of Ape, right? And so he had to dump a bunch, $50 million, pay that, be able to come to the earnings report with some good news. If he does nothing, what is the earnings report? Right? Meat Phil said the lawsuit will last for years. If there's a lawsuit, yeah, I don't want to get tied up in litigation. Addie, how you doing tonight? Addie's in the house. Floyd said, yes, he is. The RS is hell. Yes, he is. What, Floyd? And Cashman says, everybody's money is at risk. That's right. Yeah, this was a risky play from the jump. Always had risks. That COVID could have come back and they could have shut us down again. I mean, that could have happened. And then AMC, right? Travis says the RS says, oh yeah, I read that. Zigzag says we really live in a fucked up world. No one cares about the middle class. AMC was on the threshold list the date of the vote. It was gone. You're telling me nothing happened. Zigzag, I'm not telling you nothing happened. I agree with you about the middle class. 100. There's a lot of bullshit going on right now. Why do you think we went down to the SEC 6 weeks ago? All the things that, you were told that were coming, that we went and voted on, that we went and commented on. After they took away the buy button from GME and put the brakes on all those stocks squeezing back in January 2021, what happened? They came out with all these promises, right? The SEC was going to install all these new regulations, transparency, and you remember all those, and the NSCC filings. None of it ever happened. They talked and talked and talked, and nothing ever passed. There was nothing ever done about how we originally got here, what originally got us in this position. Right? We can do figure pointing all night. There are many people to blame on why we're in the situation we are in right now. Is Adam Aron one of them? Probably. David the Great says FTC is bankruptcy and the bankruptcy court has a fraud unit. So today I reported the AMC tokenization doing the naked short scam to them and feel a lot better. I still wish I knew exactly what went down with all that as far as FTX and their relationship with AMC shares, like exactly what that correlation was. Like I haven't seen anyone that's come out and been able to show me like, okay, here's what they were doing and they were using this to do this. Like, I don't know if I can get to that FTX's tokenization had anything to do with us getting to put pressure to regress the stock. I can't even talk right now. I'm so tired. Addy says Massalorian right before 27 April jumped to $2. They can't stop it or investors will buy it. I hope so. I hope so, Addy. Rand says I want my money. Me too, buddy. Me too. Paper Tiger says plus Twitter gets boosted with shills around the special date. Static and FUD is where ATH. One more close. Right on, brother. Right on. David, let me from them. AMC Panda says they probably have COVID for the second time now. All right, man. Get better soon. Alex says, I appreciate the response. Yeah, no problem, man. I'm just angry to see my shares go from 400 to me. Look, that's not lost on me. I get it. I know there's a lot of people who don't have a lot of shares who this sucks for. Yeah. Yep. I know. I get it, man. I get it. I get the frustration. Believe me, I get it. It's happening to all of us. Like, you know, including YouTubers who own AMC. Justice for All said, what happened to AA's statement when he released Ape? Which one, Justice for All? Gotta be a little more specific, man. Trying to think back to that time. Justice. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Let me see. Canley, I've seen no. Oh, this one here. I'm trying to do them back to back. Interesting. Where was it worded like that, Justice for All? Chris Callis, good evening. How you doing tonight, man? He says, could it be possible that Adam Enron just isn't the right person for the job? Did he copy the part of Kurt Russell in used cars? I don't know, Chris. You think someone else could be doing a better job? I mean, I'm looking around right now at CEOs like the guy who was just running SVB Bank. I'm glad he's not our CEO. I'll tell you that. I'm glad I'm not chilling with Credit Suisse's CEO. Adam Aron has his allegiances kind of split right between two camps from time to time. That's not lost on me. I get it. Paper Tiger says checkmate is still in place. Yuka says many stock tickers go through all this manipulation. That's how things are in the market. At least AA is doing something. He could simply leave and retire. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing, right, Yuka? I mean, he's putting up a fight. He's keeping his word to retail on things that we asked him for. He said he wasn't going to dilute, and we told him we didn't want him to back in 2021, but it is not 2021 anymore. We are in a whole different ballgame right now. They need some cash. And it's not going to be produced through ticket sales from Hollywood's blockbusters quick enough to even make me feel comfortable right now, to be honest with you. In this market right now, I'd rather they had a lot more cash. Hey, Mass, thank you for being transparent. Not a hopium, copium dealer, bro. Respect. All right, Travis, man, no problem. I try, man. I try. It's, it's not very popular, but at least I know most of the people who have been watching the videos with me or on the live streams with me, we've pretty much been on the same page, right? We don't get as bum hurt anymore when like a guy like Ants Trades come around. Like, okay, we try to keep it light. We make fun of it a little bit maybe when someone new pops in and thinks that they have, the cure for naked shorting and rehypothecation and, underreported short interest. But it's really going to take all of us keeping our heads together and staying united to put up a front to fight this. That's all I can do right now. I know hopium sells, man. Look at how fast Ant 10,000. I've been on for 2 years. He was on for 30 days and he has 2,500 more subscribers than me. That's how popular it can be when you come up with something like that and people get excited. They want to hear more. This is not exciting what we do here. I get that. But we're not screaming and yelling at each other every time a date goes by or something happens and we expect something and then nothing comes of it. G Immortal says, Mass, does QA and QT exist simultaneously? Seriously? It probably shouldn't. Insane world. Not in a sane. Scotty D says 33 reasons why this play is rigged. A certain club, and we're not part of it, as retail, in the famous words of George Garland. Right on, Scotty D. I'm with you on that. They always say, what do they say? When Republicans and Democrats get together and agree on something, get ready, right? Because the regular people are about to get fucked. We'll try and stay away from talking about the war tonight, I guess. Got you, Travis. Yep. 1796 Patriot says, once it's all over, what is everybody going to bitch about? Everyone will miss it. Oh, we got plenty to bitch about, 1796 Patriot. You kidding me? We're in a fight right now for the whole country, not just the market, right? I don't know how else I can. Our few are setting the rules for everyone else. And that is not a constitutional republic. That is not what the founding fathers had in their heads when they came up with the idea of this place. Excuse me. Zen Hodler says, prefacing. Oh, Tony says AA did say Ape would act as a share count. Oh, that's right, Tony. He did say that, right? And they gave a share count, right? 518 million or something at that time. I remember us saying that was not really something he should have said, kind of pandering and not true. He didn't say that. I must be mistaken. Politician move. Yes, and Hodler. Adi says, Massalorian, can you tell me how many ape shares AMC has in their possession right now? Oof. That's a lot. A lot. I can't think of the actual number off the top of my head right now. How many did they sell to Antara? How many apes? T, do you know what that number is off the top of your head that we have left, like as of right now? How many apes are left at at AMC's disposal right now? T says, just like AMC and GMA should not have called their splits dividends, untrue terminology. That's a great point, T, right? Yeah. That was the wrong term. I remember, T, when we were trying to look that up back then. Do you remember? We were like looking for to try to find an actual way to define what they were giving us as opposed to a dividend, right? We're looking for the right word of what it was to describe it. Dividend was not the correct terminology. 16 million ape left. Thanks, T. Prometheus says, Mass, Adam Aaron has given retail just about everything we've asked for. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we were talking a while back about the company out of Britain, View Theaters, View Cinemas. Like they had, and AMC's webpage is nice and all that stuff, right? It's pretty good. I like the way it's set up. But View, man, that thing looked like it just looked like, I guess it's a little more boutique-y of a movie theater. It's not the monster that AMC is. Maybe that's why it was so different, but I like the concept behind it. Doomslayer says, what happened to Ant's trades? I don't know. I guess he is gone. I saw his last upload was a while back. Real Rugged says, not sure if there's a better CEO for the job, but it feels like sometimes like AMC is USA and CEO is president. We may all be rooting for USA, but not everyone is going to support the president always. Yeah, that's a good analogy, Real Rugged. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just like the proxy vote, right? I don't know. To me, did that seem like a high number of votes to pass? Being, 9 out of 10? If we still have around 4 million retail investors times what would be the average shares, right? And I'm assuming that most of retail voted no, especially if they didn't have a lot of shares. So 9 out of 10 just seemed, I don't know, a little high to me, but what do I know? Doug says we need a different stock. I don't think anyone's starting from scratch right now, bro. On anything. Not in this market. Not in this market. Not with banks failing left and right. And Credit Suisse is worth less a share than AMC is. Hell, Doomslayer says, I knew he was full of crap. I think he just saw something and he got very excited, dude. And all it takes is a couple people to see something like that. Someone saying that we're squeezing and I found a pattern in the algo and we're going to be at 140 or all-time highs by the end of the week. That quickly spreads like wildfire. And he just got caught up in it, right? And that happens. It happens. This YouTube crap goes to your head and you start to think that you know everything. We've seen it happen, guys. I mean, how many guys have come and gone? So many, right? So you're saying we're squeezing, says Juicy. Doug, AMC is, I'm not saying AMC is the hill to die on, but I'm definitely down to fight these guys to the bitter end. That's for sure. I have no interest in walking away now from trying to fight the hedgies. I want a fairer market for the future generations, I want to try to fix things. I know a lot of people don't care about that, but You know, that we're all not gonna want to put up a fight right now. I mean, we didn't only had 100 people in DC to protest the SEC. Not everybody came. Right? It was very small. It's not for everyone. I get it. AMC Panda says, I'm sure when Credit Suisse goes under, AMC will run again. We shall see. We shall see. James says, doesn't matter if the judge shoots down RS, AA will just dilute APE. If they get into a sticky situation, if AA feels like he has no other choice, he will dilute with APE. No doubt about it. It's his only option. If the judge in Allegheny holds this up, no doubt about it. You just said Q2. Maybe out Q2. Oh, yeah, Scott, yeah. What did I say about Q1? And still, I don't know. I don't think I would get completely out, right? I just want to reevaluate my position. I don't know if APE and AMC will have converted by then. I have no idea what's going to... I don't know where we're going to be then, right? I mean, we've had to do this. How many times have we had to go back and look at our portfolio and say, all right, can I get my cost average down? I mean, after 2 years, you've made a lot of moves, right, to try to finagle things around, especially when you're getting your ass kicked on a daily basis like we have been since November of 2022. Verndog says, before the market started to go down, AMC was holding 30 or 40 at least 20s. Since November 2021, Verndog, this is what I was just talking about. We've gone down with the market like everyone else except oil and gas. Yeah. I know. Go find someone right now that has the same amount of money. You know what the dollar was worth when Joe Biden came into office? It was worth $1. You know what it's worth right now? 87 cents. The dollar's been had a 13-cent run on it in 2 years. That is huge. We're seeing historic interest rate hikes right now. The Fed has never raised interest rates this fast and furious before. Never. Doug says, oh, I agree. I want this to change. I just wish we had a better horse to ride. Yeah, Doug, I know. I know. It's tough to be in with a company right now that's sitting with $5 billion in debt. Yep, I know. And the unfortunate thing is, you know, I know everyone's got this play at a different point in time. I'm sure we all got different cost averages. But for those of us who got in February and March of 2021, you know, this thing was something totally different and has constantly changed over the last 2 years. Like, that horse was a good ride back in June 2021. And like someone was just saying, like, you know, we were able to hold 20 all the way till the end of 2021, right? In the 20s until the market really was just attacked with the interest rates. I mean, it was one after another, 50, 75, 1.25. That's not sustainable. Not sustainable. But it seems like to me right now, they are okay with raising interest rates until they get under control. I don't know. It seems like to me, Powell has been pretty on speak. I don't know what they'll do, but Yuka says, Mass, so is the peso, right now it might be. Yuka, the peso might be worth more. I'm not sure. You might be onto something. Paper Tiger says April 27th is the deadline. For the core extension, get your ape shares to 20 increments before then if you want to keep your shares. Right. Right. If you can afford the risk, right, Paper Tiger? Like, if you think you can afford and can handle your emotions and be able to sift through the bullshit on YouTube and Reddit and Twitter and all these other fucktards out there that are just, doing anything to get attention. Scott Barbosa says, I understand here 2 years. I missed 72. I'm crying with you, Scott. I'll give you a tear right here. Don Trin says defense stocks went up. Yes, they have, Don. Real Rugged says they should have started. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, Real Rugged. Oh, motherfucker. Just smashed my toe. Yeah, we should have raised interest rates earlier. And stopped quantitative easing years ago. That killed. Oof. I think the toenail might be in my sock. Is there blood? Not yet. Not yet. I'm pretty sure my toenail just came off. Adi says, Mass, I know you want a fair market. We all want a fair market. Seems to me will never happen. I bet you women thought that back in the 30s about voting. I bet you a lot of things people thought never would happen. I bet you people thought that gay marriage would never be. Even Joe Biden, just like 10 years ago, was saying that. I'm wrong. Just think about it. When ape went up $10, they halted the stock 4 times for 10 minutes. Yeah, Addy, I know. Look, I get it. Some days that might seem like a lost cause, right? Yeah. This hasn't been easy, right? Can it be? How you doing tonight? Can it be says, AA is getting all his money. He should have to report to us when he has paid off the debt and give us the right numbers. He's getting his money now. What you said makes us profitable, AA. No, do what you said makes us profitable, AA. Yeah, man, I hope I get to talk to him when he gets here in 2 weeks. I hope so. And like I said, I might read or something now. But I would definitely like to talk to him about some things. No, it was my toenail. My toenail, food dog. Colon pains I can handle. Vern Dog says halts won't matter if we see liquidations. True. By the way, Paper Tiger, did you meet AA when he came and you did your recording? Did you speak to him at all? Vern Dog says I met him in Houston. That's kind of what I want to do, right? I want to size him up and look him in the eye. I met him in Houston. He spoke to every single person who wanted to talk to him. By the time I got there, I didn't have anything to ask. He already answered every question people had. Really? All right. He's probably gonna be wearing like Jupe Yucca, right? Adam Aaron? Or like Davidoff, like something from CVS, I would think. What kind of cologne do you think AA wears, guys? Chat. Let me know. If you had to guess. Stenson? I can see AA as a Stetson man. Paper Tiger says, I met him. I got a picture with him, but I had to go to work. I got the picture on my Twitter feed. Paper Tiger, I don't know. Are we following each other on Twitter? I don't know if I saw that. Did you have your bandana on? Juicy said Jakar. Brute. All right. Old Spice. Eternity. That's a good one. Chris Kai Karate. Wow. That is a throwback. High Karate. I remember my dad had a spray bottle of High Karate. I forget. I think it was spray on deodorant, maybe. Wow. Damn, that's nuts to think of. That was a long time ago. Shit. High Karate. Holy smokes. Chap, says Vincent. Old Spot. Cool Water. Yeah, Davidoff. Jake says he's going to smell like money or popcorn. Lordy, good morning. How are you this morning, my friend? What's going on, buddy? Good morning. Johnson baby powder and Cool Water, said Dino Mike. That's cool, Paper Tiger. Nice. Palmolive Oxy? You go. Where did you come up with hand soap? Din says, Don Tin says, I also met AA in DC last year. AMC was at $25. I was waiting for the pounce, but this ape thing backfired. Yeah, Don. For sure. It did. Yep. And I was, I learned my lesson from that, right? That was one of the one times that I came on here and speculated to you guys about what I thought was going to happen. I was fucking dead wrong. That and Coinbase have got to be my two biggest fuck ups as far as opening my mouth when I shouldn't have. Aqua Valva. Curve. Wow. Jovan Musk. Simple Green. Food Dog. Why are people talking about cleaning supplies? Why does AA smell like cleaning supplies? Lordy, on the way to work as usual. How are you? I'm good, my friend. How are you? I hope you have a good day at work, man. I hope you have a good day. I was just telling everyone in the chat that I was a no-call, no-show today to work. I went in and worked yesterday, and I wasn't on the schedule. No one said anything to me the whole day. Worked through the whole shift, took my lunch, the whole 9, left, and no one said a word. And then today, I was on the schedule. They switched it Wednesday and Thursday, but because no one said anything yesterday, I had no clue I was supposed to come in today. So I was no call, no show. Hopefully, I'll still be on my way to work like you in a day or two when I go back. Doug says, what don't we understand about this stock play? Were we also wrong according to all the experts in the stock price? No, Doug. The company just got clobbered, though, from COVID, right? They were on the verge of bankruptcy. We had to bail them out as retail. Again, if you want to point fingers, 2019 was a record year for the movie industry. I'm going to get it right up. I know. Always, Yuka. Vincent says Michael Jordan cologne and a Tussie deodorant. Summer's Eve, James? Oh, Chris, really? Greek people love that scent? That's why my dad had it. No shit. I wonder why. What was so good about high karate for Greek people? That's so weird. That's definitely, I'm sure my mom probably bought it for my dad, right? That's probably how I got my hands on it. That's funny. Take a Greek shower and high karate. All right. I'm sure that got my mom all worked up. High karate. Is that high karate? Can you imagine? Adi says, Mass, I'm AMC fanatic and I hope it goes up to 1,000, but with corrupt SEC, FINRA, and others, it's hard, Mass. A lot of people ask, I know. I feel bad for a lot of people. I do. I think one thing that helps me a little bit was that I held from, $6, $7 a share back in February 2021 till now with everyone. So I think going through that experience has really helped maybe be a little more relatable to you guys. I don't know. I didn't make $1 million in stock options like Trey did, right? And I didn't get $500,000 in super chats like Matt Kors. And that's probably why I find myself where I am right now, but that's okay. I thought AMC was gonna at least get me comfortable. I wasn't looking to be ultra wealthy. I just wanted to be comfortable. That's all. And I gave it a long time. I tried to do this YouTube thing while we were holding, and unfortunately it hasn't squeezed yet. And now I'm going back to regular life, right? But yeah, I love the theaters. I love, I went to film school in California, so I'm like a big movie buff, right? I like going to theaters and watching movies. I hate what Hollywood has become right now. I think it's ultra progressive and it's putting out a lot of shit content right now, and that's hurt AMC, the theater industry in general. And until they start changing that and putting quality characters back and good storytelling back into the theaters, we're going to suffer a little bit. Again, you want to point your finger at someone. New Front says AMC play is not over. The judge will likely look at this lawsuit as a minority shareholder issue. I don't think lawsuit is a slam dunk for AMC. No, for sure. Not New Front. I like, who knows what they're going to say. I just know that a lot of the procedural things that happened for Ape to become a reality were on the up and up. So I don't know. We'll see though, right? Food Dog says, shoot, HKD went to 2,500. I know, right? Right, Foo. Yep. All right, Yuka, you got it. Sir Hodler Hollington says, I'm Portuguese. Bluefish seems to be our scent of choice. Are you a fisherman? Sir Hodler Hollington in Portugal? No way. And Food Dog says, HKD is currently $8. Exactly. Scott, yeah, I guess you could say I'm a high karate baby. It was one of the first colognes I ever laid eyes on. Real Rugged says, got to catch them off guard now. Yeah, Real Rugged. That was another reason the algorithm thing, saying that we're squeezing. Well, you don't think that they know that? Ants Trades? Hello. Like, buddy, you don't think they're preparing for that if that's what's going on? The nerve. Don says, after June 21 highs, the hedgies have had a year and a half to figure out how to attack our buy and hold strategy. Yeah, Don. Right. Because that was working up until June of 2021 when we gamma squeezed. Correct. They have figured out how to manipulate this in order to drive the price back down again. Because they only dumped 20 million damn shares. That doesn't suck 95% out of your price action. Lordy says, I've seen that the FTX pumpers on YouTube are getting sold for $1 billion. Yeah, man, that's the thing, right? Some of those guys are pretty scummy for doing that. There's a lot of scummery out there on YouTube. Just be careful, guys. Don't get played. Doomslayer says, that sucks, man. Sorry, Mass. Hey, listen, that was the decision I made, was to get into this play as a recovery with the possibility to squeeze. We gamma squeezed in June of 2021. I held through those 20 million shares. I didn't know AA had those in his back pocket. I came out that morning. I did a video because CNBC had reported that we still had a vote on that to release those shares. Because remember, Adam Aron had told us he is not going to dilute. So when those 20 million shares dropped, so did my jaw. And I didn't see that coming. And yeah, that was not doing my research. Right? Yeah. So I only can blame myself. Yuka says, Mash, you should write a book of the community experience. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm a good writer, Yuka. Jake says, same here, Mash. Just have to see how this plays out. Yep. That's it. Till then, I'll keep showing up as much as possible. Just so you guys have an outlet to vent your frustration. Tonight's actually pretty chill, man. I mean, no one really got fired up at each other, so I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. I'm glad we can all listen to each other's positions and talk about high karate all night. New friend says, also we'll find a lot more in the discovery in the next coming weeks. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea what's front. No idea what they possibly are going to be able to come up with. So we'll see. So Hollis said, I'm from Rhode Island, kid. My great nana came from Portugal. All right. Cool. You're from Rhode Island too, Sir Hartles? Are you going to come up to Boston for the movie? San Diego Laundromat says, Ants Trades was a 1-week wonder. Yuka says, Ants Trades is a play on words for Antera. That would have made more sense to me than he had found the algorithm pattern that projected a $140 price tag for Monday. That would have G Immortal says, Mass, what's your opinion? The QE wiping out 4 months of QT in 1 week. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, G Immortal. That frontline special made me feel very bleak about the future of doing anything quantitative right now. They are in such a handcuffed position right now. It's almost like they can't win. What are they going to do? They can't raise rates. If they continue to raise rates, the banks will fail. Brock says, Evolve Radio says, you can do anything, just believe. See, Evolve Radio's he's got the ticket right there. That's my man. Brock says, was the court case put in place as contingency to drive the price down post yes vote in order to minimize the share price and cause AMC to have to dilute more shares in order to pay debt post split? Hold on, I got to read that one more time. Was the court case put in place? You mean, did they bring the case to the court and file the suit as a contingency to drive the price down post a yes vote in order to minimize the share price and cause AMC to have to dilute more shares in order to pay debt post split? Fuck, that's confusing, Brock. God damn. I don't believe so. If I know what you're saying right now, no. Allegheny County? Talking about the court case there? No, I don't think so. MC, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. MC, what do you think about the court case? The you think we're going to see some discovery that we weren't expecting? Brock says, gives the shorts time to drive the price down after the yes vote, and then the case is dropped. I mean, that would be pretty scandalous if that was the case, man. Gary says, just listen to the Marine. $30 a share after split. What the F help? How you doing tonight, Gary? I see Jesse. Is that what Mike has been saying? The Marine? We're gonna be at $30 a share after the split. Someone else was asking me earlier if I saw the Marines video, Gary. That's why I'm asking. Is that what he's been speaking on recently? David the Great says, one thing Ants Trades did is that AMC breaking that 2-year rut that Chair killed it by AI. Yep, he did call, well, yeah, he said it was going to break out of the pattern. Yeah. He did, yep. Prometheus says, Mass, yes, because even if the court case is dropped, it has already done its intended damage. Jimmy G says it's a very limited discovery at this stage of litigation. Jimmy, are you well versed in the law? Maybe I should try and see if I can get a lawyer on here so we can figure out where we are in this case based off what's up right now. Maybe I can see if I can work on that the next couple of days. I see what you're saying, Prometheus. Then it's already done, right? What its intention was in the first place. San Diego Laundromats, they didn't know the judge was going to allow the vote before the decision. True. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, how you doing tonight? What's up, girl? MC says, I don't know much about it. I think that's a probability that AMC lawyers will win the motion for dismissal. All bark, no bite? All bark, no bite, MC? Vern Dog says, after the split, the price is whatever AMC is trading at. That's correct. Per AMC Investor Relations, the $30 comes from the float size and market cap of securities. I believe it will be whatever AMC stock is. And he says they can definitely manipulate the market, but they obviously still have a weak spot, or they'd give up on all the paid for AMC APR propaganda. They're afraid of us. I thought that a lot more in that, and especially when I see the article saying that JP and AMC and Credit Suisse says AMC to 95 cents, right? Okay, so Jimmy G says, Gary, I'm good, man. Hang on. Here we go. April 27th is just a preliminary injunction hearing. Full-blown discovery later, unless case is dismissed. Court grants AMC motion to dismiss. I am an attorney, but haven't done much litigation in a while. Jimmy, would you want to come on and talk about it ever? About what you can tell us from the law side of this? $17.96 Patriot says, yep, the Marine and CSI have been going off, man. Did CSI I think he was saying something the other night that he figured out one of Adam Aron's tweets or something. Lordy says, Antara selling those shares is probably profit taking. We'll see what happens in a month with the courts. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of sentiment that after this RS, we're going to be falling somewhere in the $30 to $40 range, right? With a float 1/10 the size of what it was. Now, whether that makes it more appealing to people at that point with a tiny float like that, I hope so. Gary says, I'm beginning to think that a yes vote. It's only been a day, Gary. What changed in a day? What do you mean? You mean 2 days ago you thought it was good and now you think it's a mistake? What's happened in the last 2 days to do that? Evil Radio says, Big Short was just a video to prep the masses for the big crash mentally. Yes. And now I believe that too with white noise, right? I watched something about the guy who wrote those books, that he was prepped by the CIA. Insanity. The deep state is real, man. I'm a Professional says the Marine and CSI should go off to a mental institution. Why? Why I'm a Professional? Why a mental institution? I think Mike knows. I met Mike in person, man, down in D.C. He seemed like a pretty nice guy. I mean, he got that whole thing started down there, going to the SEC and telling him we were pissed off at what's going on. Lamboli Music says, do you feel Adam Aron tricked retail all along? I don't know. I don't know if he tricked retail. Do I think that for a while there we used each other? Yes. Yes. Do I think he used retail as certainly he used retail to help save the company. No doubt about that, right? Because he wasn't getting help from anyone else and everyone was trying to destroy his company. So we were the only ones there when he needed help. Besides whoever gave him that money back at the end of 2020 there, right before, 2019. Whoever gave him that money, I forget who it was. I think it was Mudrick, maybe. It's been a while now, right? But yeah, they've turned retail into an ATM, sort of, seems like now. While they're waiting for things to improve, but they also have been working to improve the company on their end. And that's what's kept me staying in. Otherwise, I would have been out of this play probably, I don't know, somewhere right around $10. I would just say, oh, fucking forget it. Forget it. But I still think there's some work going on. Hold on. Lucy and this guy with diamonds. I've been looking for an update on this. You have this, Lucy? No. Can you send it to me in my DM? I didn't see that. I've been looking to try to. You sent me a DM already? Oh, thanks, honey. Thank you. I will look into that as soon as I get off here for sure. I've been looking for a way to get in touch with him. Yeah. I'll check my DM when I get off. No worries. Yeah, as soon as I heard him make that announcement that he was leaving and starting his own thing, I was like, oh, I gotta at least reach out to him and give it a shot. I'll probably not get anywhere with it, but I at least gotta try. You're not going to be able to too many times to get in with someone who is that ethically. He's just to me, he seems like he's looking for the truth. And that's what I want to be, right? I want to be a seeker of the truth, teller of the truth. And if James O'Keefe's going to lead the way with that, I would follow that man. I just believe in some type of moral compass, and I think he has one. Extent at least. Crack Rabbit says Mudrick, I believe. Right. Yes. Thank you. Scott K says, yeah, Mass O'Keefe just made. Yeah, Mass O'Keefe just made. Oh my God, O'Keefe Media Group. Join them if you can. Yeah, I'm going to try, Scott. For sure. Especially if I get fired tomorrow for no call, no show. I'll be desperate. Dino Mike says he's based. 24 The Money says, AA fully embraced his silverback moniker, which he knows makes him father of the apes who want to squeeze. Yep. Scott said he called into Timcast IRL last night and is looking to send out equipment to lots of journalists. No way, Scott. Really? That's true? Oh, I fucking go undercover gay. I would suck. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. For a story? I don't know if I could swing that hard to the left to try to get a story. Oofa. Now, to get a job for O'Keefe, there aren't many things I wouldn't do. Censored Content says, France just went, what? France just went full dictatorship, imposing Article 490, which allows new laws to be approved with no vote. Really? And no one is talking about this, right? They've been protesting in Paris for weeks, and the mainstream media has not reported on it. It's unbelievable. Man. I'll suck. His new boss is O'Keefe Media Group. All right, I'm into it. I'm going to check it out. Thank you, Lucy, for sending me the info. Food Dog says, Mass undercover as a gay man would be epic. Can you imagine? At least I'd be getting some action. This sucks. YouTube and Home Depot is fucking no life. Kryptonian says exactly. Retail service purpose. Exactly. Retail service purposes no longer the shareholder majority. I don't know that that's the case, Kryptonian. What makes you say that we aren't the majority of shareholders anymore? Well, I can't believe Paris is really on fire. They really want to put the kibosh on freedom, huh? Man, these people, Macron, these WEF world leaders, man, they are tapped. Trudeau, all of them are, they're insane, man. They're trying to complete constitutions. It's amazing to watch in real time. Lucy says she'll get the job with O'Keefe and be a big shot. Yeah, right. I don't think he'll be putting me on camera anywhere. He'll probably be just using me for my ass. You know? Hold on to some dude's pocket. San Diego Lodge Matt says, Mash, you working at home? I'm working in garden, man. I like to be outside, right? Get dirty. Get down dirty. Come in the morning, I grab like 2 briquettes of charcoal, rub them up, put a little, you know. I like getting down in the dirt. I'm Professional says the French are so gay. Food Dog says maybe the Parisians are just burning all the trash that no one's picking up. It's possible. Yeah, pension cuts without parliamentary vote. Yeah, so I mean, that's happened here, and we haven't done shit about it. They raised the retirement age from 65 to 67. Now in France, they're only raising it from 63 to 65, and they're burning Paris down because of that. Kryptonian says, yeah, you should try to get on his new team. Would be a great addition. Yeah, man, I don't know if I really have the voice and all that for that, right? I don't think I have the personality to be a mainstream media person, right? I have a very small corner of overall YouTube. Very small channel. Chris says, Mash, great channel as always. Have a good night. And by the way, 4-ounce 69 bottle of high karate on eBay was $89. No way. Man, I should have held on to that. Could have bought me a bunch of AMCs right now. Chris, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate you being a longtime supporter. Thanks, man. Rarefied Tennis says blackmailed. Macron getting bitch slapped makes me laugh every time I watch it. Oh, yeah, Lucy, I'll definitely reach out to him for sure. If you sent me the information, I've been thinking about that since the minute he made that announcement that he was leaving to go out on his own and try to hire a new team. Censored Content says, High Karate came with the self-defense instruction card. No, it didn't, did it? Is that true? Get the fuck out of here. Really? I don't remember that. I would have been like Daniel LaRusso getting ready, right? Jesse, how you doing tonight, man? Says, Sup, Mass, had food. Oh, man. Sorry, bro. Holding's easy compared to this shit. There you go. See, everything is put in perspective, right? Hope you feel better, man. Hope you feel better. Food poisoning is not fun. That's for sure. That's for sure. Oh, boy. How long we got here? 2:30? All right, guys. I think I'm going to go till, about another 15 minutes till about 1 o'clock. So if you want to get in, Tony says, Massalorian, who is better leader, Macron or Trudeau? Let's see. I would have to say right now, Trudeau is probably the more dangerous. Trudeau is fairly dangerous right now, I think. He needs to go. And I think he will. That guy Polivier seems to be dismantling all of the nefarious things the Trudeau family has done with China and other governments across the world, all kinds of donations. They're saying they're going to give them back now. The deed has been done, guys. I mean, it's too late now. Trudeau. I got like 8% of my viewers on every video are from Canada, which is amazing. Thank you, guys. All my Canucks. I think Trudeau is the more dangerous of the two. Unfortunately, neither country are their citizens armed anymore. They're both pretty dangerous. Justin Castro, that's right, Dynamite. He's definitely a Castro, no doubt about it. Daniel LaRusso is going to fight. He grabs the mic. Daniel LaRusso is going to fight. Who just wrote that? That was great. Thank you. That really made me laugh. Juicy got you crazy. Thank you, Juicy. That's a great line. Daniel LaRusso is going to fight. That'd be a good cage match. Oh man, that's funny. Daniel LaRusso's gonna fight. The whole mic noise too. When they pull the mic away and the feedback comes. Ay, ay, ay. You trying to set me up, T, for a question? Was that a shitty answer that I gave? I'm Professional says some people just love to be subjugated. Not this man. Jesse says it's like comparing two steaming turds and trying to decide which one stinks less. What about Jacinda? Jacinda is just a piss they take after on the dump. Tony is baiting me. Do I have a position in AMC, Jesprit? Yes, I do. I put AMC on every thumbnail just because I have a large position in AMC. So I like to bring attention to it. It's in my portfolio. And I put it on every thumbnail. At least the emblem or logo I'll put on. So if people are also in AMC, they know they can come here. She is gone. That's true. I think she's afraid of what is going to come out when this is all said and done. I think when people realize how damaging these draconian lockdowns were, and we didn't even have that bad here in the US compared to you guys in Australia and New Zealand, some of the other countries, right? Some countries had it better than others. But I wouldn't want to be a lot of these people right now. Fauci, well, I'd be Fauci walking the streets. I'd be looking over my shoulder every second, waiting for someone to stick me. Lou posted another video today saying AMC is done. Did he, Jaspreet? He said it was just beginning. Right after, I just put a video clip of his from yesterday saying, "This is just the beginning, my little fuckers." What happened? Yeah, 1796 Patriot. Please do that. Yes, please. Absolutely. Tony says I did a movie review today on Scare 6 and someone commented, "Quit pumping AMC." T, you can't win, bro. Stop pumping AMC. Hold on, I'm trying to put your comment up, Tony. It's funny. Man. Really? Desperation. Did you like Scare? Oh, I'll watch it when I get off. I'll watch it when I get off. Jesse says we had it pretty well during lockdown, to be honest. Escape with minimal death. Our economy took the hit, though. Yeah, that's the thing, right? And we are seeing the effects of that right now, my friend. Worldwide. And it's going to get worse. We still got room to go. Jesse said Lou said he sold all of his ape. No, he actually sold his ape for AMC. Okay. Yeah, if you want to tweet James O'Keefe from me, please. I will be indebted to you. That is a man I feel like I would have integrity, and you know, I wouldn't be influenced to not be able to write stories or tell stories as I wish, or at least with the truth. I feel like O'Keefe is pretty transparent. So, did you like Scream T? Just yes or no? Did you think it was as good as Steven did? It was a community tab post, not a video, and I blocked out my commentator. Oh, okay. It was community post. Did you like it, T? Did you like it as much as Steven? He sold his ape for AMC. Jesse says Scream was pretty good. I heard it was the best one since the first one. Jesse Matthews says, Lou sold his ape to buy the Friday special. If you like the Scream series, you will like Scream 6. I'm not a big fan of Scream in general, but 6 was good. Okay. Yeah, I do like Scream. I mean, the first was, that was good times back then when that came out. Man, that was good times. That was like freshman year in college. Or senior year in high school. That was good times. Lucy says, unless Lou shows his broker status, don't believe anything he says about... Did I just say that already? Did I just read that? I probably did. Mass, Lucy will come to collect on that debt. Who is going to see John Wick 4? I'll do anything to support Keanu Reeves. That dude, I have heard, is like the man in Hollywood. I've heard he's the most generous of all like the actors that have like ever graced the sets of Hollywood, right? He's like really good to his crew and the rest of his cast. So I'll always support him and Tom Cruise. Keanu and Tom, I will always go see their movies. Prometheus says Lou sold his ape so he could pay Morantz to be his butt plug. Tony says lots and lots of good movies. Yeah, Tony, there's a ton. Yeah, there's a ton. True. The next 6 months, there are some phenomenal movies coming out. They're going to do really well, I think. Even if there's a recession. Because believe it or not, the movies is like one thing that people can still afford to do. Get a little escape, right? So it makes sense. No way, T. Really? He knows your drink already before the 3 p.m. matinee movies? Jeez. No, that's a good thing, man. Keep that up. Jesse says, well, watch John Wick. Was so disappointed with the last Matrix movie. Man, that was a letdown. Yeah. Yeah. So was Al's video about it. Al from Boston. Remember his video that Matrix is going to cause a squeeze? Matrix 4? Clown. Yeah, March 24th. For sure, I'm going to go see. Like I said, I'll support anything Keanu does. Sending a lot of Matt says Reeves is a true patriot. Right on, man. JJ Sir Hernandez says, where's my fanny pack? JJ, do I owe you a fanny pack? I will be bringing some stuff with me to the movie theater when AA gets here to Boston. I'll have some cool stuff for you guys. Will AA sell shares to hedgies to cover FTDs, says Gary. Tony Donato, any more shakes, says Trevor. Andrew says Super Mario is going to do bank. Yep. I wasn't even counting on Super Mario. I forgot all about it, but that is going to do probably very well. Especially with the new land opening up at Universal. Super Mario better do very well. I was just taste testing them. Tony says no more shakes. I was just taste testing them for due diligence. You can't call that due diligence, Tony. Eating drinking high caloric drinks is not proper DD. The squeeze. It's possible. My goal was to try everything on the menu, man. I can't believe they had shakes at a fucking AMC. We don't have no shakes out here in the AMC. Can't get a shake. We can't even get a burger. Was the pizza machine working, T? Please tell me the pizza machine was working. All in AMC says, what kind of questions will you be asking AA when you see him? I'm going to take a consensus from the videos. All in AMC. And then I'm going to have to run it by them to, I'm probably going to have to, which I don't want to, but they're going to probably make me pre-read out the questions, right? So he knows what's coming at him. I wish he would just take them off the rip, but I don't think he will. Maybe he will. Who knows? Maybe he will. Who knows? X Crack Rabbit says, for sure, Miles going to crush it. 1 billion easy. Oh, that'd be nice. Oh, Lucy, as soon as I make them, if I had them, you would be the first to get one. Obviously. I haven't settled on design or anything on it yet. And the whole thing was to get the stupid. It's like the first part of making the print or whatever for the shirt. Like that's the expensive part, right? Making the, what's it called? Like the, not trademark, like the original design. That's what costs all the money. Once you get that done, it's cheap to have the shirts printed. That won't be an issue. It's a matter of getting the design onto some type of, well, the printer that he has over there, who's local. Oh, Paper Tiger says, actually, yeah, I think you can get a burger at them now. Really? Yeah, Don. Tony is trying. I told you I went back to Walmart today. They still don't have one at mine. I thought they did. Someone told me the other day that it was there, and it wasn't. Scott K says, I have it. It's good. We have one full kitchen AMC here in Austin. The burgers and breaded chicken sandwiches are really good. Fries, too. Oh, nice. Good. Dino Mike says popcorn is good. Silk screen. Yeah, that's it, Lucy. That's it. Yeah, I need the original stencil for them to start with. I guess that's what the that's what the expensive part is. JJ says, "What's my opinion on XRP?" Man, I tell you, anything right now to do with things that are very speculative, I'm very nervous about. Like, I am all about right now putting my money in places that I know my risk is low and I am not subjecting myself to annihilation. Now, XRP could blow up if it starts getting implemented all over the place, and I could make a big mistake. But in this market right now, I would say if you have capital that you can put to use with complete understanding that it can be, it can be very volatile and risky the next couple, maybe years. I would say put them in something that has good fundamentals. Don't take on too much risk right now. Not with what I'm seeing, man. AMC bag popcorn tastes just like the AMC movie popcorn. The winner in 3 baking tests was AMC extra butter bagged. Okay. 3 blind taste tests. Dino says it was in a strange spot, though. AMC needs a display to ship out with the popcorn. It had an end cap, but they didn't have like a cardboard pop-up display, right? It was just a normal end cap you'd find on the end with like 3 racks or whatever. Yeah, Jesse, we gotta get some out to the you and Kiwi Girl International. 1796 Patriot says gold and silver. Are they both up right now? Physical, yes. James says Shiba Inu is going to $3 next week. It's true. I seen it on YouTube. Fucking Shiba Inu. Jimmy G, have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, buddy. Lucy, I need to have him here, though, because I have to be able to ship them out to people, right? So I got to have him. I need the person who's printing them to physically be close to me. There's like literally a guy right down the street from me that's got a whole printing store. So I'm trying to work with him. I actually came up with a design. I sent it to MC. He took a look at it. It was math for free. What do you want? It's really near. It wasn't really near the snacks at my Walmart. Could have been the location's fault, though. Okay. Bitcoin is pumping. T. Yeah, I think it is going to pump right now. Just want to say that in the chat one time. Her company is called Moonstar in Los Angeles. You see all the YouTubers copying lawsuits for FTX to right, pumping that shit to people and lost them money. Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, there was a lot of that going around, man, right? People had a lot of money to invest. People were flush with cash. That market is no longer a reality right now. So just hang on to your shirts, guys. Be careful. Don't overexpose yourself in any one position right now. Not with this market. I don't know if anybody knows what they're going to do right now. We've never seen anything like this before. We've never seen these kind of bubbles on top of bubbles on top of bubbles. All on the brink of bursting. This could get very interesting. I just don't know. Don says, I'll drive 25 minutes to pick up some popcorn from Walmart. We'll give some away to my work colleagues. There you go, man. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to buy a bunch for the house. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Wow, I can't believe France did that. Oh, there really is. Paris rots under mounds of rubbish as bin collectors extend strike. Dude, that's how it gets now. They shut shit down over there. I guess that happens a lot in Europe. They shut the trains down, all kinds of stuff. Ugh. That must stink right now. They're letting the trash pile up. I know when that happens in New York just after a day, it is horrendous. Imagine days and weeks. Oh, Gus, I have no idea, bro. I don't know if we don't take off after the RS. Never come back close to these numbers again. I have no idea. I mean, the floor, I don't see it much lower than we are right now, honestly. At least for AMC. Now, there's other companies out there that have probably a lot more. There's probably a lot more pain coming, but I don't know if AMC has much more. I think we are pretty priced in right now. And of course, there's always a chance that we could get pinched a little more, but somebody says if you don't have enough money, you can't buy 50 bags, just get 15 of extra butter. You can thank me later. It says armpit hair and female armpit hair is what I'm worried about. You can. All right, guys, it is yep, just 10 past 1 right now. We just crossed the 2.5 hour mark. I'm going to go and I said I was going to answer those comments this morning, but I guess I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. And I got to try to figure out what I'm going to do with work tomorrow, my no-call, no-show. I'm hoping I'm not fired. T, cross your fingers for me, man. I was supposed to work today, and instead I went in yesterday, and they never said anything to me. They just let me work the whole shift. But I actually wasn't on yesterday. They had me scheduled for today, so today was a no-call, no-show, and now I'm in trouble. Dan says, I only pray for smart dilution. All right, man. I understand. Yeah, Yuka, of course, man. And thank you to all my mods. Yeah, thank you to all my mods, man, for keeping the chat good tonight. And I appreciate you guys all being kind to each other. It seems like everyone was pretty, spoke their mind and, we got through it. Yeah, I love all you guys too. And Lucy, I will definitely get that message. And guys, if I can find some info about talking to O'Keefe, yeah, if you guys want to bomb him for me on Twitter. Can't say bomb. But yeah. I appreciate all you guys. I love you guys. And, just hang in there. We're seeing some crazy stuff right now, market-wide and worldwide. So just understand that there's always going to be risk. And that goes for anything, right? Just know that most of you out there have a big community of people who are behind you, who are supporting you. And, you're always welcome here. You can't say bomb on YouTube. That's right, Vern Dog. All right, guys. I love all you. Thank you so much. My mods, thank you. All the people who super chat tonight or donated to Venmo or Cash App, thank you guys so much. I can't do any of this without you. And I'm going to let you go. All right, guys. Have a great night.